Hello, welcome back to another update video for 7.3 patch. This time we're looking at Hrothgar hairstyles. Starting with the females then, there are 4 new accessible hairstyles for your female Hrothgar, your Hrothgals. So the first of 2 we can look at on the character creator. So both of these are on here. We've got the twin ponytails. This is a brand new option. If you want to have twin ponytails, it has twin ponytails. I always see lots of Mikote walking around Limsa with this. It is quite a favorite amongst Mikote players, and it looks pretty decent on Rothgar. Second of all, we have the twin braids. That is also now accessible. That is quite a nice hairstyle, 2 big braids coming down the back. It seems to fit on Femgars a lot better than it does female Viera, where it sort of flops around and bends on the shoulder. Seems to look fairly decent on female Hrothgars, at least in my opinion. Don't know, yours might be different. That's the first of the 2 that were added, and then the other 2 we have to go into the game. We've got the tall tails hairstyle, which is accessible for 6,000 seafarer carries, which is your blue currency on your island sanctuary for tall tails. Tall tails is quite a nice bob. Yeah, it's quite nice. Honestly, it's not my favorite hairstyle in the game. It's quite a short hairstyle, but at least it's got nice bangs attached to that. And you could do a lot worse. I think my character in this particular example with a Fantasia looks fairly decent considering I've made a Simpson character. But yeah, looks really cool actually. Not too bad. And then the other one, the final one, the 4th hairstyle is the Eternal Bond hairstyle, which has finally been added to female Hrothgar. So if you've been looking at those Ceremony of Eternal Bonds and gone, maybe I should Fantasia to something so I could get that hairstyle instead, no worries, you can finally use that. It's never been a hairstyle I've used. I think it's atrocious, but you might like it. It's got the little flowers in the hair. Yeah, it's okay, I guess, if you like that. So in total, you've got twin braids, twin ponytails, which are both character create default, tall tails, which is island sanctuary, 6,000 calories, and the Eternal Bond hairstyle. That is what they have added. So the total hairstyles in the game now usable by female Rothgar, if I've done my math correctly, should be around 41 hairstyles, which sounds like quite a lot, but when you compare that to, say, female Viera, which currently have access to 86 hairstyles or thereabouts, that number seems much less impressive. We still have no access on female Hrothgar to hairstyles that people want, like great lengths, for example, the cloud Strife hairstyle. There are plenty that people want, and hopefully you get those added in 7.4 onwards, but for now it is just those 4. I'm not sure why it went down as well. From previous patches, you were getting 6 hairstyles per major patch, but that's gone down to 4 for some reason. Maybe they were a little bit, split between working on hats and things at the same time. I've no idea, but hopefully you get more love in the next patch. Moving on to the males then. Alright, let's talk male Rothgar. This is the first of the 2 hairstyles available on character creation or recustomization, as I'm doing here. And yeah, I've seen this multiple times before over the years. It's cool that you finally get this one. I'm not really sure what to call this other than generic short hairstyle. Kind of reminds me of people who go and watch Oasis or something. It's that kind of hairstyle. Yeah, it's been around for a while. It's nice to finally see this added, for male Rothgars to use. Very nice. And then the second in character creation is this one, which is what I would call slightly Ishtola, sort of half cut. It's all right. We've got those side fringes, the bangs. They're not terrible. The dyes on them aren't my favorite, like the way that the hair actually reflects the highlight color. Never been a fan of this one personally. You might disagree, you might love this, but at least you've got another option now. If you wanted to make your character look like this, you totally can. And Runar, my NPC recreation of Runar here, looks quite good actually in that hairstyle. And then we move on to the next hairstyle, and I'm not sure if this is new or not. I think it is, because I don't think Hrothgar ever had the Eternal Bond hairstyles, at least not for female. I don't think the males had it either. This is the Eternal Bond hairstyle. It is working on Hrothgar, so if you are looking at those Eternal Bond ceremonies and going, I can't use the hairstyle, you can now. It's not a bad hairstyle, you know, side parting, flicked over the edge. Yeah, it's all right. Not my cup of tea, but you might like it. I'm sure if you put Hrothgar in a tuxedo, he'd look great. Yeah, perfect, awesome. And then as we move outside of that, we come on to effectively the 4th hairstyle out of 5. And it's basically the Island Sanctuary Tall Tales one again. For 6,000 Islander cowries, the blue currency from Island Sanctuary. The females can use it, and now also the males can also use it. Looks pretty good. It doesn't look too, you know, outward. It looks perfectly fine. I've seen plenty of people in real life, both male and female, with hairstyles like this. It goes quite well with the character. What's really to talk about? And then we get this, which is awesome. This is from the Gold Saucer. This will actually cost you, what was it, 9,000... I think it's 9,600 MGP. So you can get that. It's called The Curls from the Gold Saucer. So it's pretty accessible. And yes, who doesn't like a big afro on their character? I'm not sure how they hear, but we'll worry about that later, maybe. And of course, that does unlock the access to recreate Bob Roth, as I will call it. So we've got Bob Roth here with the afro. I couldn't think of any other hairstyle to go for. So that brings us to a total of 5. Yeah, good selection. I am really surprised that they haven't caught up any quicker. At this rate, it's going to take, you know, another 4 patches to be on the same wavelength as other races, but I guess they're doing work behind the scenes. Yeah, hopefully we get a Cloud Strife hairstyle, like I said earlier, on the female section, and hopefully we get like some of the longer hairstyles. But at least you got hats in this patch, right? That's the main thing. So fingers crossed for 7.4. Anyway, more videos on 7.3 onwards, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.